Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mountain Blade Warband Clash of Kings mod. This mod changes the entire game into Westeros and Game of Thrones world, and I've had this mod for, oh god, it must have been well over a year now since Shin of the Yodcast basically did a video of it, and he did like a mini series. And I absolutely loved it, and I've been wanting to do a series on it for a long time. A couple of my friends have said to me, oh yeah, do it. But I've just never managed to get round to it. A couple of times been through failed runs or whatever. So yeah, let's jump into it. It's basically standard Mount and Blade, but everything's about Game of Thrones. As you can see, you've got the Iron Throne and the main hall there of the Red Keep. So let's read some of the backstory, shall we? You go for a stroll in the streets of your hometown when you hear the news that Renly Baratheon has declared himself the new Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm, and that he has taken the daughter of Mace Tyrell, Warden of the South and Paramount of the Reach, as his queen. The fishmonger that you're speaking with tells you that King Renly is now at open war with the young boy in the Iron Throne and his Lannister kin. With the Westerlands threatened by the young rebel, Robb Stark, and everyone is... fuck's sake, right. Let's start that again, shall we? With the Westerlands threatened by the young rebel Robb Stark, everyone is agreed that the path to King's Landing lies open to the combined might of the Stormlands and the Reach. However, a few days later, a weary traveller arrives with more news. Stannis Baratheon, #ManusGetHype, the older brother of King Renly, has declared his intent to sit on the Iron Throne and is now in open conflict with King Renly, and the Lannisters. As you ponder this development, rumours spread that the longships have been shited. Fuck's sake, I can't read. Longships have been sighted off the far of sea. This doesn't even say sighted. Has been seen off Bear Isle, and talk turns to the Greyjoys and which side they'll choose to support. Making a quick decision, you decide to strike out, hurriedly selling off your meagre possessions to a fat innkeeper and packing only the most essential. You finally feel you control your own destiny and that whatever course you take, great deeds await you. Right, so after that horrible, way of me trying to read that backstory, it's just, let's get this over with. So, I'm going to play male, obviously. Let's see. Father. We can be a landed knight, a travelling merchant, a veteran this is my father's profession. Veteran warrior, hunter, Dothraki warrior, thief, or a septon. Now, these all these different things here, whatever you pick, will affect your stats down here, your starting stats. And I think for myself, I'm gonna go with probably a hunter, my father. Now then, I spent my early life a page at a nobleman's court, a craftsman's apprenticeship, a street urchin, a steppe child, a shop assistant, a mummer? I don't know. Or a murmur, I don't know. A courtier, a noble in training, or a novice. I'm going to say that my father, being a hunter, he probably would want me to get into a better profession, better than hunting, probably be a craftsman's apprenticeship maybe. So, I've got higher strength there, that's good. Later in life, because I was a half craftsman's apprenticeship, after that, I was a craftsman's apprentice. I've realised I've said that a couple of times now, anyway. Right, later in life I became a slave trader, an outlaw, a pit fighter, a thief, bravo, a sellsword, a game poacher, smith, goods peddler, a begging brother, a singer, a student at the Citadel, or a squire. Working as a craftsman's apprentice, I would say that I would probably be more likely to go with either a bravo, a sellsword, or a squire. I would like to say I'm probably going to be bravo, because I quite like the bravosi. I think they're quite cool, the whole water dancing thing that goes on with Arya and Sidio Forel, first sword of Bravos, is very nice. So, yes. And the reason for my adventure is a sense of duty, personal revenge, loss of loved one, wanderlust, religious fervour, being forced out of my home, or a lust for money and power. I'm going to go with wanderlust. I've spent my entire life, training to do basically everything, and now I want to get out, I want to see the world, and I want to do something with myself. So, right, let's read our backstory and hope that I don't fuck this up. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was a hunter and you were the son of a family who lived off the woods doing whatever they needed to make ends meet. Hunting, woodcutting, making arrows, even a spot of poaching when things got tight. Winter was a hard time for your family and the cold took animals and people alike, but you always lived to see another dawn, though your brothers and sisters were not so fortunate. Oh no, sad. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a craftsman's apprentice. I nearly said apprenticeship again. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to the local craftsman. Wait, that makes... You spent your early life as a craftsman's apprentice. That's literally repeating itself. I don't understand. From Duskendale to learn the trade. After years of hard work to study under your new master, he promoted you to journeyman and employed you as a fully paid craftsman for as long as you wished to stay. Then you became a young adult. Oh no, well, I was about to make a joke saying, oh yeah, everyone becomes adults because they grow up, but then I realised you didn't actually say that. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. Yeah, okay. You became a bravo. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You left your old life behind to travel the roads as a mercenary, a bravo guarding the caravans for coppers or bashing in heads for silvers. You became a man of the open road, working with bandits as often as against. Going from fight to fight, you grew experienced at battle and learned what it was to kill. But soon everything changed and you decided to strike out as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was wanderlust. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison, when the familiar became the mundane. But your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place or merely, I cannot read today. Or merely for the open road, the freedom to travel. You could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. As a common man, you may face some difficulties establishing yourself amongst the greater lords. Ooh, okay. So that basically means that we may struggle to get in with the top brass of the lords and ladies of the kingdom. But that doesn't bother me too much. I am more of a fighter than a diplomat in this game. However, in the older games, I tend to, like in the original game, I tend to play more diplomatic, getting with the lords and get some land. But we can win land through fighting, so we'll try it that way. Right. Yeah, allow me to quit without saving because I may fuck up. I don't need a tutorial. Right, we will be Sir Grazzar of... No, we're not a sir, are we? We're not a sir. We're just Grazzar of... where should we say that we're from? Well, you always start in the Stormlands, but if I come from Duskendale, so I'll just say Duskendale. Grazzar of Duskendale. Done. Okay, so we are Grazzar of Duskendale. No, that doesn't sound right to me. You know what? Grazzar... We'll just take our name as Grazzar Duskendale. That's fine. Grazzar Duskendale, that's fine. Okay, right, attributes. I have 4 attribute points to spend here, so let's spend them. We want to go higher on strength, so we'll put up to 11. I'm going to put an extra 2 into... I'm going to put 1 into intelligence and 1 into agility to pop that up to 10. The more intelligence we have, the more skill points we actually get to spend here, which would be more useful for us. I'm going to take 2 into prisoner management straight away because that means I can make money off prisoners that I capture during battle. I want to put some into, is it trainer? Yeah, every other member of the party, so basically my army will gain experience every day from just like wandering around and stuff, so which is good. I want to, right, pathfinding is useful because it makes us faster on the world map. I'll put 1 more into power strike and I've got 1 point left. What do I do? I guess we go iron flesh. Yeah, it increases my hit points, so why not? We're going to pretty much go with one-handed weapons, although I have just maxed that out and I still have 13 points left. It's looking like it's trying to edge me towards either polearms or archery. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a lot in... No, yeah, I'm going to put a lot into archery, and then I'll put 1 into crossbows, just in case it decides to, throw me a crossbow, which I bloody hate. So, right, I'll look on our appearance. I was chatting to my friend about this yesterday, and the fact that I've never really messed with these options too much along the side here, but you can make some really fucking weird looking characters. But it makes makes the way that you look in armour a bit weirder. So let's go with a sort of tanned-ish skin. No beard, no hair. I quite like. Age, make myself a little bit older. There we go. Hair colour, I've got reasonably dark-ish brown hair. But that'll, yeah, that's about right, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Good. Okay, let's go. You join a merchant and his family travelling towards Storm's End. Green shoots of wheat and barley and oats are all across the dark soil, rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle, aurochs and sheep are grazing on the summer grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Stormlander nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness, a testament to the chaos that the Tyrell host caused when it marched through 16 years earlier. You keep the wide berth of the forest where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is relief when you crest a ridge and catch sight of the great castle of Storm's End, its rooftop made golden by the last rays of the setting sun. You are exhausted, but at the same time, exhausted by the time you reach the inn at Storm's End, but still trouble yourself to hear news of the local townsfolk. According to an old blind man drinking from a mug of stale ale, clearly a reputable source, the older brother of King Renly, the older brother of Lord Renly Stannis Baratheon has declared himself the rightful king. It is mine by rights. Claiming that Joffrey, Tommen and Myrcella Baratheon are bastards born of incest between Queen Cersei Lannister and her brother, the Kingslayer, Jaime Lannister. With this bit of fresh news, you stagger upstairs for some much-needed rest, meanwhile pondering what Stannis might say to Renly, marshalling forces, and to take the Iron Throne for himself. However, you awake before dawn and eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the... where is that gone? You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on your neck on end. A rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Uh-oh, here we go. Right, this is pretty much the starting of all these games. It's giving me a bow to start with. Okay, that's interesting. Right, this guy's just going to come around the corner here, so we want to get ready for him. Where is he? I really shouldn't have opened that so quickly. There he is. Oh no, he's got a shield. Quickly, take him in the knees. That'll stop his adventuring. Oh, I hit him. Where's my sword? Do I have a shield? No, I don't. Right, yeah, take this, and that, and... Oh dear. No. Come on. No. Oh. That's it. You leave yourself open, good sir. Oh, nasty. Grazzar Duskendale. Killed the bandit. Oh, God. So let's go up here because we'll meet the, I think it's Osbert Clark? Yeah, here he is. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for this other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me out with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door. He stands by the door for a while checking the street, and then finally, convinced that you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Let's go have a word with him, shall we? Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had outlaws in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch captain tells us it's because of all the fighting and the frontiers. Fewer men to keep an eye on the city streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed, and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from the prominent house, out alone after dark at times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then there's people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly or you wouldn't be coming to Storm's End to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these outlaws to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I am interested, good sir. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So, take this purse of 100 dinars. Should be dragons. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go round to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I reckon that you'll need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Storm's End after you've got your group together. Then we'll speak about what to do next. Okay, so now we can leave. Right. And I will just quickly show you guys. It's always upside down because that's the way that the map's been set starting. So, we have here the Kingdom of Stormlands. Storm's End, Sea-Watch is here currently held by Dragonstone, which is Stannis' forces. These are Renly's forces. The red we have over here in the Westerlands, we have the Lannisters, who currently hold King's Landing at the start of the game. We have the Reach, which is held by the Tyrells. Down here we have the Dornish with Dorne, of course. What was I thinking? We have Riverrun, held by the Tullys, which is the Riverlands. That's right. Up here we have the Vale, which is held by the Arryns, the blue. Up to the north, of course, we've got the North, held by the Starks. We have the Iron Islands, just off the coast here as well, held by the Greyjoys. We have the Fingers, which are here, the Sisters. No, this is pretty much, these guys haven't quite come into it yet. I'm not clued up on their whole lore situation in the show and in the books, so I'm not going to comment on them. And then over here we have the territories, the free cities of Bravos and its territories along here. Going further down, we've got Pentos and a couple of other different scenarios here. So they're owned by Pentos. Obviously, they're under that influence. We have Noravos, which is over here. Marine is somewhere down here. We got Tyroshi here. Tyroshi are quite good. Mir's good. Saria, Celeros, Volantis down the bottom. I think Marine. I thought Marine was in it, but apparently not. I guess they must be a bit more inland. Either that or they're just a minor city in this. So, but I do at some point, being a Bravosi, intend to go to Bravos and seek out some fellow swordsmen to join my clan. So, yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting game, guys. So I am actually going to leave it there though because I think that we need to split it up a little bit. Next time we'll go in search of a couple of bold, strapping young lads to join us on our journey and hopefully find Osbert Clerk's brother. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!